The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I've seen that man before, that's Randy Phil.
The other one's some kind of half man, half monkey.
It's a massive duplex and not one dragon in sight.
Alright, trips, thanks for joining us again. This is Snap Dragon Duplex, episode number 10. We've made it to double digits, and hopefully we can keep rolling some out and give you more content. We're going to be looking at last week's AEW from February 17th, and unfortunately the Monkey Man, Mikey, is back to work. So it's a case of me reacting to what he's got to say about AEW, and then I'll throw in some of my own thoughts, and that's just all we're going to do about that. Another problem we might run into is that the Monkey Man has forgot to pack his fucking microphone before he went to work, so he's using his wee fucking shitty Apple headphone, whatever the fuck's he's using them. So that's the last time that the missus is going to let him pack his bag himself. So it might sound a bit like an old school WWE satellite interview, but we'll do our best. I'm sure it's not too bad. Without further ado, Mikey, you shagger, take it away.
Hello Randy, and hello you beautiful sweaty marks out there. I'm live, pre-recorded from the North Sea, covering last week's Dynamite, so let's jump right in. First up, had Hangman Adam Page and Matt Hardy versus TH2. Did a recap of the bar scene from last week, and during that recap TH2 jumped the lads. I've not got a heap to say about this match, it was okay. After the match, Matt says that Hangman was going to make a lot of money and that Matt will make 30% of a lot of money. At this point, Hangman reveals that he switched the contracts out. Hangman's contract is brought out by Jackson Duval, who's the mascot of the Jackson Jags. Page's contract says at Revolution it's going to be Matt Hardy versus Hangman Page, and if Matt loses, Adam Page wins all of Matt's earnings for the first quarter of 2021. So, being a gentleman, Page agrees to put up his quarter one earnings in the same match, and then the mascot jumps Adam Page, and it's one of the private party, I'm not sure who it was, and then Matt pays TH2 to jump in and start banning him as well.
Fucking right.
And the Dark Order come in for the save, and it's all stromage wrestling. So, we love a stromage.
ASW.
I think it was a bit mad that Jackson Duval came in with the contract, so the private party already knew about the contract and didn't tell Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, daft. Still, I'm looking forward to this match at Revolution. What do you make of it, mate?
Yeah. Fucking absolute mental how Private Party knew before Matt did. Don't know if Matt did know and he was just fucking playing daft for this match. It'll be a fun match, but for this match that we're talking about now, Hangman Adam and Matt Hardy versus TH2, it was not a good match for starting the night. It just looked fucking sloppy all over. Although Hangman Adam Page, he's always looking fucking, he has got this nailed, and I can't wait to see him fighting Kenny Omega later on in the year for this belt. It's got to happen. Hangman will lose, but I want to see him back in the title picture. Anyway, the match, it was looking just fucking a bit grim at spots. Jack Evans came off the turnbuckle and Adam Page caught him, I think, for a powerbomb. Adam Page went to powerbomb Jack Evans onto Angelico, but it was just ever so slightly short on the powerbomb, and it looked like a brutal jackknife onto Jack Evans, and I think he was just fucked for the match after there. Jack Evans ended up missing a Phoenix splash on Matt Hardy. He missed him by a good fucking foot. JR comes out with the fucking classic. He didn't quite get all of that. Nah, JR, he didn't get fucking any of it. And then again later on, Jack Evans and Angelico go for a double team, but Jack Evans is just like not in the right place at all. Wee bit of fucking about. Eventually hit a double team, but he just looked fucked after that jackknife powerbomb. Matt Hardy gets a fucking twist of fate and wins after a bit of miscommunication with Hangman Adam Page. Or was it? Yeah, it probably was. Yep, then you said fucking big stromage with the contract. Adam Page fucked over Matt Hardy as we expected for last week. But it was just a simple fucking match he signed him to. A simple one-on-one. Winner now takes the loser's first quarter earnings from 2021. Yeah, big money Matt's got the fucking $3,700 ass whipping checks to be handing out, so they must be getting a fucking fair whack, I'll tell you that. Fair bit of cash to be thrown about, 3,700 quid just to jump a boy. Yep, Dark Order come out, they've got the Hangman's back, that's all we can say there. They've got fucking Adam Page's back, and I like seeing the Dark Order about, but I want them to be fucking heels already, but I'm enjoying it. Let them all fucking have at it, mate.
Then we cut to Marvez. What's his name again?
Alex.
Alexander Marvez? Can't remember. We cut to this dude interviewing at Inner Circle backstage. So Santana and Ortiz say that they're here to collect their dues from the Bucks. MJF comes in. He says that he wasn't recording Sammy. I mean, there was a camera there, and he wouldn't be dumb enough to do that in front of a camera, would he?
Just an idiot.
And he demands an apology from Sammy. Jericho, he's back with his Malibu Stacy haircut, by the way. He says that some of this is MJF's fault, but the dumbest decision of all is Sammy leaving the Inner Circle, and Sammy is now dead to him.
Oof.
Big words from a big man
Harsh.
with a big haircut. What do you make of it, mate?
Yeah, it's just fucking... Jericho said they brought in MJF so that him and Sammy could have a bit of competition at each other. Said MJF understood that, but Sammy didn't. It's just a case of getting Sammy off TV for a couple of weeks. It'll be fun to see when he comes back, if he's got to fight with MJF or the Inner Circle at all, or maybe he just fucks off and leaves them as is, but I doubt it. Something's happening behind the scenes here. Yeah, Jericho's fucking done with it. He's done with Sammy. He fucking put MJF in his place, told him to shut the hell up, told him people have been watching for weeks and weeks, and Jericho knew that MJF was fucking baiting Sammy for weeks, but he was letting it go for the sake of competition. But nah, fucking, that's not the last we'll see for these fucking troops tonight. Let's move on, mate.
So, next match, Serena Deeb versus Riho. So, Riho is back. She wasn't injured or anything, she wasn't allowed to travel because of COVID, which is a rule that doesn't seem to apply to male wrestlers. If you know what I mean, we're looking at you, Jon Moxley and Kenta. Fucking switching passports. So, Riho, the first AEW Women's Champion, and I keep asking myself, do you think they chose the right first champion? I mean, I know she's a bit of an icon in Japan, and they kind of needed a fresh babyface champion, especially if you're going with like Jericho being like the old hat and a heel as your first champion for the men's.
Yeah.
So I get why they did it, but I wonder if they'd gone with someone with a bit more TV experience, would it have set the division up better the way that Jericho did?
Yeah.
I guess, who did you have? Awesome Kong? Probably not. Maybe I'm just a cynical bastard, mate. I find Riho's match is quite boring. I find this match quite boring. Riho wins with a reversed pin.
Yeah.
Just wasn't into this at all. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed this match, to be fair, but again, it's an opening round in a tournament match, so there was no build for having the match other than to progress in the tournament, which is fair enough. But man, see this match and the one for last week, I can't wait to see these having some sort of storyline impact behind them. And I think we're really going to turn the corner here after this tournament. We're going to turn the corner for the women's division and just fucking hit the road running. It's going to be fantastic for the rest of 2021, I think. The first women's champion that they could have had, I'm not sure. I don't even remember who they had for the start. I don't think they had that many big names or surprise names. You did have like your Awesome Khan and your Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose was just one of the first announced signings, so you've looked up who she was, what she was all about. So yeah, you could have had like a battle of the monsters between Awesome Kong and Nyla Rose maybe, and that would have just dominated the division for a year or so. But again, she did become the second one and then dominated it. But first, I'm quite happy with it being Rio. Yeah, this match, I fucking did enjoy the match, but there was a point in it where Serena Deeb had Rio in the corner and she had her set up like Goldust's Shattered Dreams move. She grabbed the leg and she went to do a corkscrew or dragon screw, some fucking thing to her leg. But the way the camera's cut, it made it look as though she just punched her in the fanny. And that's all I'm hearing about that. Let's fucking crack on, mate.
Next match, Orange Cassidy, everyone's man,
Yes.
versus Randy's man, Luther.
Yes, my man, Luther.
Your boy's back, mate. The boy is back in town.
Fuck.
The content is here. So, Charles Taylor is again Chuck Taylor. It's just a bit weird how they just dropped it after he finished his contract. I mean, yeah, I guess it is what it is, but strange.
Yeah.
One of the commentators, I think it was Excalibur, described Luther as spookily symmetrical, and he's from the kingdom of Nye. Fuck knows, mate. It's just fucking bizarre. It starts off, Luther hits fucking Orange Cassidy with a brogue kick and a powerbomb, and he gets a 2 count. Yeah. Oh my god. OC, he escapes a pile driver on the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, keep that in mind. He slips through your man's legs and then powerbombs him on the outside, which was pretty nice. Then Orange Cassidy, they get all back in the ring, it's kind of all looks like it's still going to go for a wee bit longer, and fucking he hits him with an orange punch, which is just a Superman punch, and that's it over. And I'm like, mate, what a fucking way to go. No one's ever lost to the Superman punch. I can't remember anyone losing to Roman Reigns, so my condolences to you, Randy. Things aren't looking great for your man. Are you okay?
I'll survive, mate. Yeah, fucking Luther came out the match. He came out the match for the start looking strong as fuck. And I thought, oh my god, he's got to fucking do it here. He's got to give us the surprise win and put me on my arse. But nah, he fucking had the chance and they blew it. Right, before we get into the match, though, I want to say, Best Friends tune. I fucking love the Best Friends tune. That's got to be my new ringtone for the phone. I'm getting that made. And secondly, before the match, they done the whole fucking Jade Cargill promo pack with Shaq shooting hoops in an empty gym somewhere, trying to make them look cool as fuck, and it did the two of them look cool as fuck, and I can't wait until next week. Sorry, a week Wednesday. Can't wait for a week Wednesday when Jade gets the pin on Cody. Cody's got a fucking announcement later on in the night. We'll get to that, and we'll get to my fucking stipulation for what I want to happen on the 3rd of March as my birthday present. But yes, returning back to what we were talking about, Orange Cassidy and Luther. This fucking match. Luther came out looking strong as fuck for the start, except he gave a wee shitey push to Chuck Taylor. And then Serpentico runs in the ring through the other side in a suicide dive to Chuck Taylor, but they're not in the match. What the fuck's going on with that carry on? Anyway, Luther comes out with a fucking big boot to Orange Cassidy and knocks his specs flying. It looked beautiful. And fucking then he goes to powerbomb on the side of the ring, as you said, but Orange Cassidy just crawls away. That's how fucking lazy this cunt Luther is. He can't even hold him for a powerbomb. Orange Cassidy crawled through his legs, and Orange Cassidy wins the match in fucking 2 moves. He does the powerbomb to the outside, he gets in the ring after a fuck about, Luther fucking drags his arse in the ring eventually. Orange Cassidy hits a Superman punch, pin, 1, 2, 3, quick as fuck match. Orange Cassidy hits 2 moves and pins Luther. Why was this shit not on AEW Dark? You just wasted my time with this shit. Ugh.
So we cut back, we've got Team Taz doing a promo in the ring. Team Taz coming out of the Bastards tunnel, which is the tunnel on camera left, which would be stage right.
I don't know.
Depending if you're a fucking thespian or not. So they come out of the Bastards tunnel. I guess the Daily Mail might call it the Euro tunnel. Fuck knows. Taz then starts calling out Sting to come out, to call out Taz. He's saying, Sting, if you had any balls, you'd come out and call me out. So at this point, I'm just hoping that Sting comes out to call out Taz, to call out Sting for calling out Taz after being called out. And then my hopes are answered. Here comes Sting with a fucking baseball bat, staring at Team Taz like a bunch of warehouse windows, ready to fucking smash them. Sting goes for Brian Cage. Ricky Stark pulls him off with the bat. Phrasing. Okay. Fucking pulls him back using the bat. And then Cage fucking powerbombs Sting. Is he fucking dead?
Mate.
Is he fuck? Up he gets. But still, bit of a dodgy one for an old cunt like Sting with a bad neck. Really enjoyed this, to be honest. I'm actually looking forward to this street fight, which is mad considering all the hooligan stuff has been fucking wank, but yeah, it should be fun. What do you make of it?
Yeah, mate, the fucking hoodlum carry on. It was young Hook pulling Sting off by the bat. I was not expecting it to go the way it did. I didn't think Sting was going to be taking any sort of bumps for this cinematic match. I thought it was going to be some daft cinematic match which AEW have been good with. I was talking to another mate about this, and it would have been cool if we saw Sting through different eras. See, like what we did with Matt Hardy doing his carry-on, Broken Matt, Woken Matt, Big Money Matt, fucking Hardy Boys Matt during the Stadium Stampede. If we got Sting and he was like Surfer Sting, Wolfpack Sting, Crow Sting, TNA Sting, Joker Sting, that'd have been cool. But after seeing what's happened on this episode of AEW, first of all, Brian Cage kicked Sting in the dick. He said that was a midsection kick. That was a low blow. He kicked him square in the balls, and then he followed up with I think it was a proper jackknife powerbomb. He done like the JBL thing when he had him in the powerbomb, took the pretend cigar out, put it out in his back, and then just gave him a fucking brutal powerbomb. Nobody was expecting to see Sting take a bump like that. He's took a bump. How fit is he? How clear is he going to be for this match? It's got me excited. Let's fucking go. Let the hoodlums commence. Setting about the boys as if they're a bunch of windies and he's got his baseball bat. I'm buzzing. Let's fucking crack on.
So we've got a promo with Eddie Kingston, a favourite of the show. He says that Jon Moxley is the demon he can't get rid of. He can't get rid of him with drinking or with shagging, and he just needs to fucking beat him. So, a good promo here, mate. As always with Eddie, good promos.
Yeah, man, can't agree more. I've wrote down for this just saying Eddie is so good in front of the camera, so good with the microphone. And he takes the losses like he lost against Jon Moxley and he said, right, you fucking beat me in an I quit match. I said I quit, fucking right, cool, now we're done. Now he's not done with him. Now he's going back again. That pisses me off. He's done the same thing with Lance Archer. Now he's saying, oh, you fucking beat me, right? You beat me, fair enough. Nah, he's all over the place with it. It's pissing me off now, but he's fucking good with the mic. He's good in front of the camera. And I do enjoy that he said the only way he's going to get rid of this Jon Moxley thing in his head is if he beats him. I don't know, is this fucking more kink shaming or what? Is Eddie Kingston just wanting to beat Jon Moxley? That's mad. Loved this fucking promo. Good one.
So JR lets us know that we're about to see a segment from our WWE champion. What a fuck up. I heard it. I thought, did he actually say that? Then I checked Reddit and fucking everyone else heard it, so he definitely did say it.
Said it.
And yeah, funny as fuck, mate. Fucking quality. So they cut to a segment. Kenny is reading a story to a bunch of Waynes in like a kindergarten class, I guess. And all I can think of is that Starfish Island Club is for the children, mate. He's telling the story of the Young Bucks. He's reading their fucking autobiography, and then he starts telling the Waynes that he made business go up by a lot. Kenny did, so kind of burying the Young Bucks a wee bit. Then we get a bit back and forth. Fucking creepy Uncle Don and creepy Uncle Kenny, they're off early, and all the Waynes start battering his mate. It's quite funny. Not the best fucking Starfish Island segment, but good.
Yeah.
What'd you make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was just clever, some of the wee digs they were getting in, like Kenny Omega, the way he announced the book, he said it was the Young Bucks killing the business, rather than being the book killing the business by the Young Bucks. It sounded as though he thinks the Young Bucks are killing the business. A wee dig in at them. And then him and the Ways just talk about how it looks as though the Young Bucks are in love with each other, so just a wee couple of snide shots in there. The whole time I'm just looking at Don Callis in the background. He's got like the biggest fucking subscription to Arbonne by the looks of it, all that fake tan he's got fucking plastered in him. Like only his face as well, hands are fucking fine, chest fine, orange face, trumping it up big time. Yeah, the fucking Waynes end up just beating down on Michael Nakazawa at the end. I hope he gets something out of the end of this. I hope it's like a Ted DiBiase Virgil deal. And then Michael Nakazawa ends up getting a surprise title match. It won't win, but it would just be like cool to see that as a good title match between the two, because I think they go way back fighting overseas and all that stuff, so that would be cool. Kenny Omega versus Michael Nakazawa. But for one tan motherfucker Don Callis to another tan boy Chris Jericho, Malibu Stacy. Let's kick off with our big tag team title match of the night.
So here we go, the big one, the one we've been looking forward to. Santana and Ortiz versus the Young Bucks. So, tag team title match, tag team belts on the line. There's some good spots in this match, man. Fucking Santana did a fucking top rope Falcon Arrow, and it was incredible.
Yes.
Absolutely loved that. They did a street sweeper for a 2 count, and then Matt Jackson kind of breaks the pin up by jumping on top of the ref. Like, he tripped over the ref to break the fucking pin up, but the ref didn't take a ref bump. He didn't, die as they usually do. He just kind of rolled over and was like, should I disqualify you? Maybe not. Maybe I'll get in trouble. Stupid. And I guess it was more like he started panicking as he ran to the ring and realised, like, oh fuck, I've missed my cue here a wee bit, and just tripped over the ref. So I think that was more of a shoot than a work. The Bucks end up winning by an inside cradle roll-up, which, it's a shite end when you to this kind of big spot fest. You know what I mean? You got 2 spot monkey teams doing fucking spot monkey shit, and you end it with a roll-up. But the match itself was fucking quality. Loved it. I love both these teams. Inner Circle come in as soon as they win with the roll-up. Inner Circle are in there beating the living shit out of the Bucks. We've got all stromage wrestling again. The fucking Starfish Island Club's lads, they're all backstage watching. Don Callis, he's trying to stop them all from going in to save the Bucks, convincing them not to do it. But lo and behold, the Good Brothers go in for the save, scare off the Inner Circle, not before Jericho and MJF make the Bucks tap out in the ring, which is a really strong fucking image, considering that they've got the match at Revolution.
Yeah.
Then the Inner Circle have some words with the Bucks there, and then it's over. Great match. Shitty end with the roll-up. Instantly forgotten because we had all Smash Wrestling. Yeah, it was good, man. Fucking good stories. It was good. It kind of furthered the Inner Circle storyline. It furthered the Elite storyline and the Don Callis stuff. And you also got the amalgamation of building up tension between the Inner Circle and the Bucks. So all around, did a really good job of that, I thought.
Yeah, mate. Thinking very much the same. Don't know what amalgamation means though, but I'll take your word for it. It's a fucking good one. They've done some cool stuff with it. Before the match, they showed the Young Bucks' mum and dad sitting at ringside. Fine, well, that was going to fucking play into something later. During the match, you see the Elite, Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers watching what's happening in the ring, but they're doing that fucking dig at WWE where they're standing side on it, I tell you. They're not standing in front of it, I tell you, watching it. They're like over at the side, and Kenny Omega's just taking the piss with like his back to the telly, neck turned all sorts of fucked up to try and get around and see what's happening. And I was just laughing. I loved that shit. That was fun as fuck. The match, you got the spots, mate. It was a fucking good match for watching. You're not going to remember it because it was just spoiled with a wee shitey inside cradle, but hopefully this will be a case of maybe Proud and Powerful will get another title match in the future some point. Will it be Young Bucks? Will it be fucking MJF and Jericho? That'll be what we're watching out for. I think this is the first time I've ever seen fucking MJF locking in a submission. It was a arm bar or something another, just to get the Young Bucks screaming in each other's face. And I reckon Kenny Omega or Don Callis is going to take that visually, them just tapping out, screaming, and just like fucking torment them with that for a couple of weeks until Revolution, when we're getting the payoff for this little bit here. And then hopefully I'll be happy to see fucking MJF and Jericho taking the titles for there to progress a bit of stories. That'll be fun things to see. Excited for what's coming up with all of this.
Now it's time for the Brandy Rhodes fucking promo.
Pass.
A gender reveal. I give not one iota of a fuck. If it's a boy or a girl, I don't care.
Yeah.
I hate gender reveals. Maybe I just sound like a moody bastard, but Jesus, nobody cares. Anyway, they come out. Brandy's mega heavy pregnant as well, which was a bit of a fucking surprise. He said the last time we saw her, she didn't look pregnant at all. Cody comes out down the middle, so he's not coming out the Euro tunnel, he's not coming out the fucking good guy tunnel. He still can't decide if he's a cunt or not. And then I started to think, oh, by the way, it's a girl, the reveal. That sounds bad. I mean, fucking congrats. I mean, I do sincerely congratulate them, but fucking whoop they do it to girl who gives a shit.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll need the kayfabe write him off soon for his paternity? Or Or do you think that they'll just go, because they've been so open about it, being like, she really is pregnant, and they did the gender reveal and all that, I think they're just going to be like, I'm Cody, I can do whatever the fuck I want, I'm going to take time off because it's my company.
Yeah.
And that'll be kind of pushing the being a cunt thing down the road a wee bit, if you know what I mean. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be fucking difficult having Cody and Jon Moxley written off TV at the same time, although I don't think they've really had much fucking interactions between each other. Moxley's always been up at AEW title stuff, and Cody can't go up there now because he's fucking put himself into that stupid stipulation where if he loses, he can't challenge. I think he'll just straight up say, right, Brandy's had the win, I'm done. And by the way, this is another thing that I've got for this. If Jade and Shaq win on March the 3rd, Cody should sign a stipulation where if he loses, he needs to name the baby girl Jade if she beats him. I'll love it. Hope she does. That'll... Imagine that. Imagine your dad just fucking bets your name, and then you've got Jade Rhodes. Brandy will be raging because she gets reminded of this every fucking day. Cody will be raging because he'll constantly be reminded he was pinned by a girl. That's what I want. Stipulation for match the 3rd. If Jade Cargill pins Cody or beats Cody, Cody and Brandy need to name their baby girl Jade. I'll pop my tits off for that shit. I'll love it. Yeah, let's just fucking move on for there. I was not interested in this. Congratulations to Cody and Brandy. All the best. Even though we say Cody's a cunt, I love Cody. I love Dustin. I love them all. Maybe even Luther. It'd be cool to see Cody fucking off for a few months. He's on the board. He's like, I don't know if I want to come back to AEW or not, be a performer. And maybe the dangling carrot for him would be, will you come back for an AEW title match? And then you just turn him full heel. That would be cool. Bring Cody back, turn him full heel, give him the AEW title match, but that would be fucking ages down the line, I'm guessing, because they'll have it on Kenny Omega for a while and he's still a heel with that bastard Don Callis. But nah, it'll be interesting. It'll be cool to see how they write Cody off. If anybody's got any thoughts, fucking let us know.
So, next match we got the FTR versus the Seidel brothers. So, we've already seen the Good Brothers tonight, and now we have the OK Brothers. So, some good spots in this though, mate. Dax Harwood, he throws one of them, I can't remember which one he threw, into the ropes, and the boy is just met with a huge uppercut from Cash Wheeler on the outside. It looked fucking brutal,
Yeah.
and I loved it. Cash also hit an absolute picture perfect fucking Dragon Duplex. It was beautiful. Every time someone hits one, we're gonna fucking mention it. Yeah, FTR win with the big rig.
Yeah.
Good, fun match. Again, FTR proving that they're just the most adaptable tag team in the game. They're so good at getting their opponents over. Whether they win or they lose, they fucking make them look like $1 million. After the match, they're going to go full cunt. They're about to cut off Mike's hair, and then the lights go out, and the lights cut back in. Luchasaurus' fucked mask lying in the middle of the ring,
Yes.
with like a silhouette of Luchasaurus behind it, looking like a fucking 90s Batman thing. George Clooney era, the bad era of Batman. Anyway, the lights come back on fully. Jurassic Express are there. Lucha Horace is a very horny boy again, looking great, buzzing to get the horns back. Fucking loving this feud, man. I really am. They're fucking... These teams just feel... Do you know how some people's feuds will just last forever?
Yeah.
Like, you'll always drop in and out of it again. Jurassic Express and FTR are going to be one of those feuds. I'm calling it. They're going to be like your Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens kind of feud. You can drop in and out whenever you want. Your Kane and Undertaker shit. I'm all here for it, man.
Yeah, mate. Fucking decent match. A few fuck-ups on part of the good Seidels trying to fucking do all their fancy shit. Mike got a beastie a German suplex for the top rope. It looked beautiful. And then later on in the match, Mike Seidel went to do like a moonsault or a fucking backflip onto Dax Hardwood, I think it was. And he fucked up, messed up something mid-air and came down like a knee on the throat. Nearly fucking killed the cunt. Looked brutal. Looked totally unintentional. But anyway, we get through it, and as you said, fucking FTR win with the big rig, and then we've got the Jungle Express in there to fucking jump him. Chuffed the Luchasaurus has his horns back, but I'm raging it's not wee fucking baby horns, or he's not got his old horns taped up. It's just a new mask, or a new dinosaur, I don't fucking know. Is he legit dinosaur? Fuck it. Nah, this is a good one. I think are they fighting next week or are they fighting at Revolution? Nah, this is a story that I've been playing about with a wee bit, and it's entertaining as fuck. It's a good way to get Jungle Boy over anyway. They're trying to push him a bit as a singles, but that's a good tag team mix they've got going with it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Give me more. Give us more, please.
So now comes a weekly Jon Moxley promo. Where the fuck's John? Well, he's not in front of a fence this week. There's not a fence in sight. He's standing near some fucking bins or something. I don't know. Anyway, he says he's going to try and break Kenta's neck and put his ass in the ground for good. That's premeditated murder, isn't it?
Oh, fuck aye.
He's just admitted to premeditated murder on live telly. The babyface of the company over here.
Yeah, well, that's one good way to write out Jon Moxley then, isn't it? Just totally fuck him up. Just totally fuck up Kenta, and then the police come and arrest Jon Moxley the following week on AEW. Just like, oh mate, you said live on TV that you were going to fuck this boy up. That's you arrested. And that's Jon Moxley written off for a few months. Never mind this exploding barbed wire match. Ah shit, spoilers. Jon Moxley near enough kills Kenta. Police come and arrest him, and that's Moxley off TV for the next few months whilst Renee pops out of Wayne. Done.
So it's your main event. The main event. We've got Jon Moxley, Rey Fenix, my boy, Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston, Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match, man. Let's get some spots out of the way. There's a weird spot where everyone's on the deck and Moxley's up in the corner and he awkwardly walks out of the corner and flops over. So the ref gets the dramatic, everyone is down counting spot. So it's like he's been cunted into the corner and he's kind of up there looking a bit dazed and decides to fall over. He obviously realises he missed his cue. Did you notice that Lance Archer, he's billed at 6'8", right?
Fuck.
They kept mentioning that. And he's doing somersaults off the fucking ring apron. It's just awesome, isn't it? It's class. There's one spot I loved, right? One spot I really liked. There's a face-off across the ring. Jon Moxley and Eddie, they're just fucking seething each other, ready to beat the living shit out of each other, both awaiting a hot tag. And they get the hot tag, and they both run straight at each other to beat each other up. It was great. It's just that ring psychology.
Yeah.
You just get the feeling these guys hate each other. It's great. Anyway, Mox wins, hits Eddie with a huge paradigm shift, pins him clean. So I feel like that's them kind of saying, right, we're putting a line under this for a while. Do you know what I mean? This feud. After the match, Good Brothers come back in for another fucking stramash. They love a stramash, these boys, don't they?
ASW.
Anyway, they come in, they beat the shit out of Moxley. Turns out Jon Moxley has a rematch clause built into the contract. So anyway, there's a rematch. Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley at Revolution. Judging from pictures on Instagram, Renee Young or Paquette is ready to burst. So I think this might be his last match for a while. They might write him off after this. So anyway, this rematch, Kenny gets to pick the stipulation and he decides to pick an exploding barbed wire death match.
Mental.
Which is weirdly not a joke. So how the fuck are they going to do explode? Is it going to be pyro? It's going to have like fire? It's going to be like a ring on fire with barbed wire? Oh, I don't know, mate, but they've built it up so extreme that you can write off Moxley pretty comfortably for fucking 6 months off the back of this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Omega hits Moxley with two absolutely sick V-triggers, stiff as you are watching a Luther match, mate. Love this ending. All Stramash wrestling. It's fucking... You would think I'd be getting bored of the fucking Stramashes, mate, but I just love a Stramash.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, so fucking good main event, good 6-man tag. Fucking Moxley, Lance Archer and Fenix up against the family, Eddie Kingston, Butcher and Blade. Again, Butcher and Blade, they've just come so fucking far in my eyes, which is fucking saying a lot, 'cause I'm just on a podcast with my mate talking about wrestlers, but they've done fucking brilliant for me. I love seeing them, especially Butcher and that big beasting moustache he's got. It is beautiful. The match, it was a fucking quality match. I loved it. It's always good seeing these guys together, but you've got Moxley, Rey Fenix and Eddie Kingston, the family. They've just all got fucking like good chemistry for working with each other so much. And earlier you were saying with FTR and Jurassic Express having this Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn like feud on and off, I reckon that's just got to be Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley for like the next 5 years. Every so often, like once or twice a year, they'll have a match, a big feud, and you're not going to get fucking sick of it. It's not going to be that stale because these two can mix it up. They know how to make it fucking entertaining, and I love it. End of the match, Jon Moxley hits the fucking paradigm shift on Eddie Kingston, gets the win, and then is jumped by the oh-so-good brothers. And Kenny Omega comes out, says you've got your rematch at Revolution, and it's the fucking exploding barbed wire death match. It's just got to be a fucking pyro central match. No real fucking danger, but you'll have the barbed wire, but all the explosions, that will be fucking... It'll look good for the show, I reckon. They'll big it up with not a lot of crowd there so they can take a bit more of a piss with explosions and that. And it's just going to give me flashbacks to that unsanctioned match they had when Jon Moxley first came in, and they said, right, you and Kenny Omega can have your match, but it's no counting for your rankings or your ratings. And that's when Moxley beat Omega, I think, for that one. But now this is Kenny Omega getting his one back on it, saying, right, fucking over a year ago, you beat me in that match, absolutely whipped me. Now it's my turn, and now it's for the belt. So, yeah, reckon Kenny Omega's got to go over at Revolution for this, but it's got to be a fucking phenomenal match. And that is a week on Saturday, I think. Oh, no, it's Sunday now, innit? They moved it to a fucking Sunday. It's like Sunday, March the 7th. Yeah, fucking buzzing. Can't wait.
Right, so let's talk about next week, mate. I've got a few of the matches here. I've got the match card that's been announced so far.
Yep.
We've got Lance Archer versus Rey Fenix in a Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. So the Face of the Revolution ladder match is... the winner of it gets to have a shot at the title, the TNT title, against Darby Allin. In it so far, I think we've got Cody Rhodes, we've got Pentagon, and we've got Scorpio Sky. And because we've already got Pentagon in it, I'm feeling like Rey Fenix ain't going to qualify, so Lance Archer wins this match for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I reckon it will be Rey Fenix and Penta, Zero, what another, I think the two of them will be in it. Keep Lance Archer away from it, keep him up top-ish for an AEW title shots. Keep him up there. You've seen what he can do. He's fucking agile for a big lad. His promos are getting good. Like you said, he's got a good fucking face moveset for what he does for the size of him. He's got Jake the Snake. Aye, just keep him up top. Once Kenny Omega and Moxley's done, put Lance Archer in there with Kenny Omega. I love it.
Next match got Hangman Page versus Isaiah Cassidy. So there's going to be two ways of this. It's either going to be shenanigans and you get the screwy finish, but I'm fed up of us booking on the screwy finish. I know you're going to fucking bank on that. So I'm going to say Hangman Page wins.
Right, fine, you got me. Just to fuck you off, I'm going to say Isaiah Cassidy gets the win then. So he must have been the one in the gobbledygooker suit earlier on the night. Must be Mark Quinn. He's fucked off somewhere, maybe injured or something. But yeah, Hangman loses. Hangman wins because of disqualification. Matt Hardy hires off a bunch more people, giving them the money to go beat Hangman Adam Page. At this rate, fucking Matt Hardy's going to spend more money than he'll make for this match at Revolution, where the winner gets the loser's first quarter earnings of 2021. Matt Hardy's just got to fucking spunk all this money on boys coming in. He'll either beat Hangman and not have enough to cover, or he'll lose to Hangman and he'll lose all that money and he's just no longer big money Matt.
And Jake Hager versus Brandon Cutler. Jake Hager.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I'm just going with my gut. Jake Hager. He's not really had a chance to showcase himself as a machine in a while. So this is probably what this is.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Jake Hager, he's not done a lot of shit, has he? The last one he done was Wardlow. But he's got that, Jake Hager's got the MMA contract as well, so that sort of stuff might be keeping them out away for a wee bit, just keeping them on TV, noticed as a presence more than a performer. But yeah, Brandon Cutler came down earlier on the night when the Young Bucks were getting a whipping of the Inner Circle. Brandon Cutler was like one of the first ones to the ring, childhood friend, making the save, and Jake Hager just laid him out. So I'm guessing that's why this match was made. So it'll be interesting to see if it is Jake Hager versus Brandon Cutler. And then we get all stromage wrestling, where we'll have Inner Circle and the Young Bucks down at ringside, just causing a big palaver of fucking shit up.
The Varsity Blondes versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. Brian Cage and Ricky Starks
Yeah.
are going to win. Actually, no, change my mind.
Ooh.
This is going to be the screwy finish. It's got to be, right? It's got to be the screwy finish. Sting and Darby, fuck them up. There's no way they're going to just like sit back and let what happened last week and the week before happen. So, yeah, they're going to fucking interfere, do something, and the Varsity Blondes are going to get the win. What do you think?
That's a fucking wild shout for Mikey there. The hoodlums getting involved. I reckon it'll be a Team Taz clean finish, but my prediction history has been shite recently. So I'll probably be wrong, but I think after what Team Taz has done to the hoodlums, after taking Darby Allin on a wee fucking joyride a couple of weeks ago, and almost sending Sting to a fucking retirement home full time with that nasty looking fucking powerbomb by Brian Cage, I don't think you'll see fucking Sting and Darby, but again, it's all fucking televised, innit? They're going to do lights off, lights on, there they are. But for the match, Team Taz.
So we've got Women's World Title Eliminator Tournament matches still in round 1. So the first one of them is Nyla Rose versus Ty Conti. It's got to be Nyla Rose, man. I think... Yeah. I know Ty Conti's got the Dark Order wins lol kind of thing in her corner, but Nyla Rose hasn't really been seen on telly for a while, and she's the beast, and I think they need to really build up the monster. And besides, you want your monster to go far in a tournament, don't you? That makes it a big deal when they go out.
Yeah.
So Nyla Rose.
Yeah. Well, I think I read recently that Ty Conti or Anna Jay, one of the two females for the Dark Order, one of them's fucked their knee up, so they've been pulled for the first round eliminators. I think it's Ty Conti, for the sake of argument, we'll say it is. But whoever it's got to be, I reckon it'd be Nyla Rose. You need to push her, as you said. But yeah, it's a fucking first round women's tournament match. I'm still not interested in these because there's not a fucking story other than progressing, so let's just fucking crack on.
And finally, on the announced card, we've got Women's World Title Eliminator Tournament Round 1 match. Anna Jay of the Dark Order versus Dr. Britt Baker. It's gotta be Britt Baker, man. I mean, she's the fucking ultimate heel. She's the biggest star you've got right now. It's gotta be. Saying that both the Dark Order lasses are gonna lose. Fucking hell. I guess the Dark Order are gonna have to start losing again sometime, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aye. Britt Baker.
Yep, fair enough. Fucking Britt Baker, she's on a good roll there after beating Thunder Rosa at the Beach Bash. You don't just fucking take that momentum away from her, so Britt Baker will go for the win. Yeah, fucking again, it's another fucking first round qualifier match. I'm not that interested. I hope these two kick the show off because I'm not invested in them at this time. Maybe second round whenever they start playing a bit of story into it, maybe. But yep, these ones shite. Go on.
Well, that's it for me. I've tried to keep it short and sweet. I'm sure Randy will fill in the gaps, or he has filled in the gaps. He's such a good host. He's such a strong boy. Right, Randy, thanks very much for putting it together. Peace, everybody. Lots of love. Thanks very much for the support so far. And take it easy, take care.
So that's what's been happening this week on AEW, and what we expect to be happening in the next few weeks leading up to Revolution. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for listening. Thanks for following and supporting. Get us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Castbox. You can find us over on Instagram at Snap Dragon Duplex, or tag us on Twitter at Dragon Duplex, or come straight to the website www.snapdragonduplex.co.uk. Catch our predictions, which are up there, a bit about us. And as well as that, you can get me on Twitch if you want. I might be doing some watch-alongs in the near future, which could be cool. Catch us on there, pop in, let us know what you're saying, what you're thinking. Other than that, thank you for listening, take care, and mind what you're doing.